But you know who's batting now on the WIP afternoon show? It's our buddy Brodes, Flyers and 50. Brodes, how we feeling, buddy?
Well, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, as always. You guys are the greatest.
Nice shirt. I like that.
Well, thank you. I mean, it's just the greatest athlete in Philadelphia history plastered on my chest with his jersey hanging up in the background. But other than that, my mind's
Greatest athlete in Philadelphia history.
Yeah, it was tough. You know, Eric Lindros, Bobby Clark, Ron Hextall. My list is all over the place, but Jalen Hurts had to sneak in there.
So before we get to Flyers and 50, I would say this about Brodes' list, his top 11 list. Mm-hmm. It's like unpredictable. It's very hard to critique because it's interesting. So here's what Brodes had. Brodes has Quinyon Mitchell, number 11.
Okay.
Matvei Michkov, number 10.
Oh, there he is. Knew the meat man was getting in there.
Yeah, and you think you know where it's going, but then he hits you with a curveball, right? Okay, number 9, Jalen Carter. Number 8, Kyle Schwarber. Number 7, A.J. Brown. Number 6, Lane Johnson. Number 5, Bryce Harper. How about this? Okay. Number 4, Joel Embiid.
Wow.
Number 3, Saquon Barkley. Number 2, Zach Wheeler. Number 1, Jalen Hurts.
Wow. A lot of love for big fella there, huh?
Yeah.
That has to be the highest Joel has been ranked.
I've seen.
Your list hasn't come out.
Well, my list hasn't come out, but I'm going to tell you, I don't have him ranked that high. So was this are you trying to manipulate me by doing this? Like, what was the reasoning behind putting Embiid 4?
I promise, Spike, you were not on my mind when I was making this list. Joel Embiid. There are a few guys in town, everyone says, well, what did he do the last calendar year? And the resume, and this and that. Shut up! Shut up! There are a couple of guys where you just add frickin' in between their names. It's Bryce frickin' Harper. He's a top 5 athlete. It's Joel frickin' Embiid. You could be angry that we didn't get past the second round. You could be angry this, that, and the third. Joel Embiid is one of the greatest athletes that has ever been in Philadelphia, ever. Outside of right now, currently, just from a skill level standpoint. That doesn't mean you can't be angry. Doesn't mean you can't be mad. You can't be frustrated. But when you're one of the most skilled, talented players that we've ever seen in town, ever, in the history of the town, then you got to be on this list in the top 4.
Well, I didn't know that's what the list. Is that what your criteria was based off of? The history?
I don't know what the hell this list is. This list is the greatest debate list I've ever seen in my life. I texted Spike the other day and I said, this is the best concept I've ever heard in my life. Because nobody knows, and that's what makes this great. But it's 5:03 a.m. I'm filling in for John Johnson, and this guy's dropping F-bombs at me. He probably just woke up, didn't even have a cup of coffee yet. His wife's probably yelling at him for not cleaning the dishes. And this guy goes, I got to call Brodes. Embiid, you're an idiot? You're an idiot, Embiid! 4! And here I am having to hang up on the guy. So I love this. I love this list.
All right. Let me ask you one other question. We noted today, as we're revealing the official list, which is listener vote and staff, is that Zach Bond didn't make that list, and Zach Bond did not make your list. So I guess my question is, and I'll just name a couple of players, why does Quinyon Mitchell, Matvei Michkov, why did they get on your list instead of Zach Bond?
Great question. And I do think that you can swap Quinyon with Bond. That was a toss-up for me and where I was conflicted. But it just comes to me, when I watch Q play, this guy's coming out of Toledo. He's setting the tone. And sometimes DBs, the non-sexy thing is the sexy thing about their business. You know what I'm saying? They're just out there locking guys down left and right. He's looking at Slay and going, yo, that's cute. You've been around for 12, 15 years. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to kick everybody's ass. So Zach Bond, while he had a tremendous year, it took him a little bit to get established on special teams. I had to learn a little bit about the league. Q goes, you had to learn. The only people learning is Terry McLaurin when I'm about to lock him up and put him in jail. So that's the separator for me. In regards to Matvei, I mean, this guy is a franchise guy. All right? He needs to be on this list. You got the leading rookies in goals in the NHL. You got Torch who's benching him nonstop, so he's not even playing the right amount of time. And now he's watching upstairs in a suit and tie, writing down stats when he should be out there on the ice, stick handling and dangling. He could have had if there was a power play on this team. So, I mean, he's the face of the franchise,
Hold on, man.
So wait.
Hold on. Stick hanging
And
and
dangling. Yeah.
Hold on. Something didn't sound right about that one.
What do you mean? A stick handle, you go out and dangle. You're not watching the Stanley Cup playoffs, watching Brad Marchand do a little shoulder dip, a little backhand.
Oh, man. That was a good one. I hadn't heard stick hand.
Dangling.
Yeah.
It's called a big dose of D.
So,
We're good with our sticks around here.
so in short, you forgot Zach Bond.
Basically.
Yeah.
No. I just told you it was a toss-up between him and Q, and the reason why I went Q is because he didn't need no special teams year to learn the speed. This guy is the speed.
You be careful with the special teams. You may lose your
exactly.
big fan over
They're
it.
really
There's
starting to
two
go after
shots
Ryan
I
Reese
let
now.
go by already.
Yeah.
Yes, that's two.
Why don't we?
Reese was my favorite player.
Well, I know we're 7 minutes into this, but why don't we hit Brodes' thing here? Get a little.
Flyers in 50 with Hunter Brody.
I love special teams, and that did not once cross my mind, and now I'm sick to my stomach. Anyway, here we go. I really want to get into draft talk, but I can't after watching the Lord Stanley get lifted last night in Florida. Watching the guys skate around, I had goosebumps. It's all I ever think about is when I was 4 years old, 5 on the driveway, game 7, Brodes has the stick on his bucket, he scores! Scores! I cry. I was in tears. Last night. I can't find my chair. I was in tears last night, and I'm watching. I was in the gym. You know, I like watching highlights. I was watching Ovechkin win it back in 2018, and there's just tears. And then I'm doing a couple chest presses. Tears. Doing a couple bicep curls. When you're watching as a hockey player the Stanley Cup Finals, and guys live out their dreams and kiss that cup. Oh my God, it's the best! It's the best! And I need to see it happen here in town, Danny.
Well, you gotta make the playoffs to win the Stanley Cup. So
That's a good assessment.
yeah. So your prediction right here before we let you go: are the Flyers going to make the playoffs next year?
You're letting me go already? And no, they're not winning the cup.
Already? It's supposed to be 50 seconds.
Well, hold on, I got something to ask you.
All right, sure.
A couple of things, right?
All
Did
right.
I gain? I guess I lost points with Ike, and do I gain points with you due to my ball knowledge?
You know what? I think it was a creative list. I like your list. And it's not like an Embiid, like there's just curveballs all over the place.
Yeah.
Having Jalen Carter as low as 9, even AJ as low as 7, having Embiid as high as 4, I think Wheeler at 2 is a good one. The Hurts thing, number 1, is psychotic, but whatever.
What do you mean?
What's that?
What do you mean?
Well, he's not better at his job than anybody on this list. So
Wow.
he isn't. But that's I
Not
get
even beach golf?
nah.
Oh, wow.
What do you think about that, bro? Nah. He hits me with the Jordan documentary, crazy dude with the hair. Nah.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what you just did with the shrug. I mean, this guy, he needs to get hit with a right hook.
Well, all right. Relax. So, do you have any other questions aside from that one?
Are you coming to the Puck It Up party? You're officially invited.
I'm invited. All right.
You
So-
are invited. Listen, I love you guys.
right.
I may take jab, just like I'm Team Fritz and this old Joe DeCamera nonsense. I love you guys. I got to bust the balls when I got to bust the balls.
All right.
Yeah.
So the official Puck It Up.
No balls.
The official Puck It Up draft party is Friday the 27th, and Chickies and Pizza in Glassboro. Is that?
In Glassboro, New Jersey at 7 o'clock. That is correct.
There you go. Well, if I have the invite, I will head right from our show at Chickies in South Philly. I'll make it Chickies Day, and I'll go right to the Chickies in Glassboro, and I will join you for the Puck It Up draft party. You can count me in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
Are
yeah.
you going to wear a Jalen Hurts jersey?
Me?
Yeah.
Where am I going to get a Jalen Hurts jersey? No, I'm not going to wear it. I'll wear my Ike jersey or my Boston Scott jersey. I have a Hollis jersey, but I don't have a Jalen one.
Okay. I'm going to have to get a night one after this terrible performance. I'm not going to be able to sleep
No,
tonight.
yeah.
it's a great performance, brother. You're good. You're good.
Are you on overnight tonight into tomorrow?
So this is the one day off this week. Buzz is taking duties for overnight for Thursday, but I'm back in the saddle Friday.
Oh, okay. All right, there you go. All right, Brodes81 on Twitter. The Puck It Up draft party Friday, June 27th at the Chickies in Glassboro, starting at 7 o'clock. Thank you as always, Brodes.
Oh, it was a pleasure.
Stick handling and dangling.
Stick handling and dangling.
Man, that was awesome.
Sounds dirty.